Hi, it's Sky. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I hope you're doing super well and super wonderful. I'm in my kitchen and I'm going to be showing you the best cookies ever. Applause. Applause. Thank you. So I'm going to explain what you need and they are delicious. So here's pumpkin as I explain. So the recipe is originally from BROMA Bakery. It is such a good recipe. It just makes 2 big cookies, which is amazing. I don't always want to make a giant batch of cookies. Sometimes I want to quickly make a yummy, fresh chocolate chip cookie, and these are absolutely amazing. I make them literally once a week. And the recipe is pretty easy to double or triple. So you'll need a bowl. Here it is. Granulated white sugar, marshmallows, brown sugar, butter, an egg, but just the egg yolk, all-purpose flour, and a baking sheet. Oh my god. Oh my, chill. Oh my gosh, she's getting crazy. Oh my god. Alright, she's calm. Parchment paper, baking soda, vanilla extract, delish. And she's giving a thumbs up, but she forgot to mention chocolate chips and whatever else you want to add. Let's get started. So preheat your oven to 350, it shouldn't take long. And as your oven is preheating, prep that parchment paper. You only need a tiny bit because 2 medium-sized cookies, you're not making a whole batch for a whole village. Quick and easy. Just a little bit for a little snack. And do you like my nails? What do we think? Pink French dip? Love you so much. So set that aside. Now it's all prepped and ready. So set up your little station, put a little paper towel if you want to be neat. So you can microwave the 3 tablespoons of butter needed in a dish like that. But the recipe calls for browning your butter. However, I've noticed my mom likes the brown butter, I like the brown butter, but my dad and brother prefer the melted butter, so I say it's interchangeable. Depends on if you want a more caramel taste, but we're gonna brown the butter for today to get a little fancy crazy. So 3 tablespoons of butter. Just plop that in there. So you want to keep it at a low heat because browning butter can burn easily. You just want it to get nice and caramelized basically. But if that seems a little bit too complicated and you want a lighter flavor and you don't care for the brown butter taste, just melt in the microwave 3 tablespoons of butter and do that. Both taste amazing though, it just depends on your preference and how much work you want to do. But I'm about to show you a little post-it note. This way I don't have to look at my phone, I just wrote down all the measurements and ingredients. I always prefer things on paper and I wrote it in the order that you add things in. So you're going to need a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon and a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon and a 1/8 teaspoon measuring spoon. 1 tablespoon of white sugar, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Give it a good old mix. Next is your egg yolk, not the whites, just the yolk. Plop. There we go. Give it a good old mix. You might want to use a big spoon. Yeah, like that is the big spoon. Check on your brown butter, low heat. It's going to start to get a little fragrant. But you want to wait till it's nice and light brown, not burnt. Light brown, a little nutty aroma. Patience is a virtue, like I said. Nice and foamy and beautiful. Beautiful. Turn off that heat. Let it cool to room temperature or like lukewarm. Look at that. Plop it in with your sugar and egg yolk. Beautiful. Give it a good old mix. Look at her go. Next is your 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Another mix. Next, you're going to be adding 6 tablespoons of flour. Here's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. And I only have a 1/4 teaspoon, but this is supposed to be a 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda, but I just used, I use half the spoon. It always works out somehow. But 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. Plop that in there. And gently mix it all so nothing falls out, but you could also be smart and just use a bigger mixing bowl. Look at that, it's becoming a dough. Now for this part, I feel like it's all still really clumpy and I don't want to get it all over my nails and stuff, so I glove up for this and just kind of smush it all together, get all the ingredients familiar with each other. So just smush it all around, look at me go. And then you can literally put anything you want in these cookies. I don't think it'll affect it that much. I add dark chocolate and marshmallows, and the marshmallows get like really caramelized and gooey, so do whatever your little heart desires. But this part I just do different toppings depending on how I'm feeling. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. You just mix it all in. It's gonna make 2 medium-sized dough balls, and I make these so often. And yeah, small batch recipe, so it's easy peasy. And look how precious, adorable. Look at that. Aww. And then place them basically how I did, medium distance, not super far. They're gonna spread, but not into massive flat cookies. They still stay pretty thick and chunky, I would say. So long, soldiers. And then I would say check on them in 9-ish, 10-ish minutes. So I checked on them, it was 11:27, checked on them at 11:37. And until then, those 9 to 10 minutes, you can dance around like this, exactly like this. Just wiggle around, hold your animal, dance around with your animal. These are just things you have to do if you're gonna make these cookies. I'm just saying. So yeah, once they're golden around the edges, or however crispy you like them, take them out, but I would say around the 9 to 10 minute mark. Just check on them every minute. Let them cool for 5-ish minutes or more, and they'll also firm up. So good. I make these all the time. So quick, so easy, so simple. Beautiful. They're ready. Look at this. Look at this. You ready? Oh my god. So good. And I swear the next day, they kind of like firm up even more and they get so dense and chewy. So good. So yeah, once again, shout out to BROMA Bakery for the backbone of this recipe, but do melted butter, do brown butter. I think it's totally interchangeable. Add whatever you want to it, walnuts, white chocolate chips, almonds, marshmallows, whatever you want. And yeah, I figured I make these at least once a week, if not multiple times a week, because it's so convenient once you learn the recipe. It's so quick and easy. And yeah, just wanted to put you on because it's so delicious and so fast and simple. So I hope you enjoyed this little baking video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Love you. Bye.